Hi, welcome to our channel. This is Amanda with Handy DandyLion Baking, and today we're going to be making Southern style buttermilk biscuits. This is a blue ribbon recipe. I have preheated my oven to 425, and in my mixing bowl I have 2 cups self-rising flour. I'm going to be using a grater, and we're going to grate in 6 tablespoons cold unsalted butter. Be very careful when doing this, and as you can see, my butter had melted a little, and it's not the way that I usually like to do it. I prefer it to be cold, but I was in a hurry making this recipe today to try to get breakfast done. We were having a late breakfast at home. I was making this for my family. Try to get all the butter out of the grater and be very careful with this. The best way to do this would be to either use a knife to kind of scrape it out or a utensil to keep from hurting your fingers. I'm adding in 1 teaspoon salt and 1 tablespoon sugar into my mix. It's preferable that you go ahead and you mix this with your hands until you have pea-sized amounts of butter mixed in before you add your buttermilk. Due to being in a hurry today, I just went ahead and skipped that step, which I would not recommend, but I did this because it was just for my family. And I'm doing 3/4 cup buttermilk. And then I'm also going to add 3 tablespoons buttermilk to make sure that my dough is not too dry. Don't forget, please like, comment, share, and subscribe to our channel to get more content and for future recipes. Thank you for watching. We're going to mix this with our hands. You want to try not to over mix it because you're going to mash the butter in, and the butter being cold helps prevent this some, and that's why we start with all cold ingredients. If it's over mixed, just your biscuits are not going to be as flaky and as good and fluffy. I just kind of try to make sure I get all of it mixed in. If it is a little dry when you're mixing this, it's okay. Just add, as I'm going in, I'm adding another tablespoon of buttermilk to this mixture. If your dough is too wet and soggy and hard to work with, just sprinkle a little more of your self-rising flour in there to get the right consistency. We're just going to make sure this is thoroughly mixed. And you want to have a clean surface to put your dough on, to either roll it out, or you can kind of just mash it out with your hands if you don't have a rolling pin. So I have a clean surface, and I'm flouring my surface. We're going to put our dough on the surface. I do like to sprinkle a little bit of flour on top of the dough because it's just easier to work with. And I also like to flour my rolling pin. This just helps keep the rolling pin from sticking to the dough when I'm rolling it out. When you roll it out, I like to roll it out about 1 inch thick. This makes for like fluffy, tall biscuits. If you prefer more crispy and a smaller biscuit or not as thick, then you could do a 1/2 inch thickness. I also flour my biscuit cutter. If you don't have a biscuit cutter, the rim of a glass will do just fine. Just make sure that when you're doing this, don't twist when you're cutting your biscuits out. When you twist, it kind of won't let the biscuits, when you bake them, rise as tall. So we want fluffy, tall biscuits. And if you need to, you can just kind of mix it again if can't cut anymore, and then roll it back out, and then cut the rest of your biscuits out. And I keep doing this until I run out of dough. So as you can see, I'm just kind of working with it. I've kind of sped it up a little so you don't have to watch all of that. It took me quite a while to do that. So I'm just going to roll it out and get it the thickness that I want. Use my biscuit cutter and cut the remainder. If you have any biscuit dough that's left, I try not to waste it. I just use my biscuit cutter, and I'll put it in the biscuit cutter, as I can show you in just a minute, just to kind of shape it so I'm not wasting that dough. So I'm just going to shape it, roll it out a little and shape it, cut all that you possibly can, and when you get to where you cannot do that anymore, you just put it in your biscuit cutter and just kind of shape your last one. You can either bake this in a cast iron skillet that's been greased, or you can use a glass pan that like a baking pan that has parchment paper in it, and I use a little spray, which that's the choice that I'm doing today. I'm just going to do that because I think it makes my biscuits real soft. I like both. You can't really go wrong with that. So I'm going to bake these at 425 for 15 to 20 minutes. You can brush butter on them halfway through the process, or as you can see, I've waited until the biscuits are done to brush butter on the tops. It takes about 2 to 4 tablespoons butter to do this many. If this biscuit recipe is not enough for your family, you just have to double the ingredients to make double the biscuits. These biscuits are great for breakfast or for dinner. I'm just going to show you the inside of them. They're nice and fluffy. These biscuits are wonderful. The picture just doesn't do these biscuits justice. Here's a better picture of the biscuits that I made at another meal for my family. You can eat them like with sausage, bacon, eggs, jelly, jam, or my family likes it when I make a homemade jam that you just kind of pour over the top. I will have a video later with that, so if you can check on my page later and on my channel to watch that video if you want to know how to make homemade blackberry jam, as you see in the picture. And I also have a video that I previously posted on how to make homemade butter if you would like to do that. Thank you for watching. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe.